Now, in this module, we are going to apply the sociological perspective to show how society shapes out individual lives. As in our previous module, we learned that for understanding any phenomenon, we need to indulge in three steps. Number one, theoretical perspective, operational framework, and consolidation. So now we may say that this module is in operational framework regarding understanding the concept of sociological foundation and its perspectives. For example, if we see that sports is an activity in a society, it is an organized activity in which you definitely assigned different roles, and you are not supposed to cross your limit, and if you are going to make something out of your limits, you are going to be punished. So being an organized activity in the structure, that's a sports, being a structure is going to organize your behavior while you are playing any sports like hockey, like cricket, like soccer, whatever the sports. Even in the indoor games like chess, you have rules and regulations and timings. And different norms are assured in that sports, that how you have to work together. And violation of any norms is punished. In the same way, there are different schools in our society. For example, there are schools, colleges, universities. As we talked about in our previous modules, that in those schools, students are coming from different backgrounds and they also belong to different age groups. So, not only the backgrounds of those students, that from where they are coming, their territory, their place, their region, their state, their province, their locality, and their, the nature of their richness, that how much they are wealthy, how much they are poor, and how much they have been living in a place where there is more tolerance or patience for each other, to understand, to give space to each other. That is very much important. So when there are different colleges, universities, and different places there are, and those schools have different individuals with different backgrounds, they are definitely have different rules and regulations to organize all those diversified individuals. For example, if you take admission in any school, college, or university, they have specific rules that you have to first submit your application for the admission. Nobody can be admitted without any application in any school, college, or university. So this is one rule. And after that, they make a merit list. And then in that merit list, they choose the top students for any specific discipline. If you deposit your fee that is given by the, again, that structure of that schools or that university or that college, that you're supposed to deposit that fee for that discipline. If you deposit that fee and give them the receipt, you become a student. And after that, definitely you have to follow their rules. You can't do anything wrong in living in that school, college, or university that is against the basic norms and values of that school. So this is how that structure of learning, that is school, is harmonizing your behavior while you are interacting with individuals from different backgrounds, just to make a functional school, and living in that functional approach, that you're harmonizing your behavior is going to make that school functional. Different organizations are there. They do have rules, and those organizations are supposed to get themselves registered first for their recognition, for their identity, and then those recognitions appoint different individuals for assigning different roles to those individuals. There is a constitution of that organization, and under that constitution, they harmonize the behaviors or individuals, and this is how they all work together for the application, the sociological perspective, that how we can have a harmonized society.